Welcome to Om Times TV, a division of Om Times Media and Broadcasting. Welcome to the new show, Toward a Solar Civilization, where your host, Naika Gabriel, introduces many experts who will focus on the development of spiritual consciousness, the importance of wisdom, love, and fraternity, and the living knowledge of the laws of nature and the universe. They delve into the profound and transformative ideas of Omraam Mikhail Ivanhoff that have significantly impacted spiritual thought and provide practical methods to awaken you in a more purposeful, conscious, spiritually aligned way of living. Here is Naika Gabriel, your host.
Are we really standing at the dawn of a new age, or merely clinging to the shadows of the old? Yes, the future of humanity and the destiny of our planet depends on the choices we make today, right now. Who is ready to leave behind the old age of conflict and step into a new era of unity, light, and love? The Age of Aquarius? Hi, I'm Naika, your host. Today, we are diving into the Age of Aquarius. But what is it really? Where are we headed? And what is our role, our responsibility as human beings on this beautiful planet we call our school? These questions are on the minds of so many today, especially when we wonder what the future holds as our world goes through so many events, tribulations, and changes. True seekers of truth do not fight against obstacles. No, they seek to understand their deeper meaning, and in doing so, each step frees them a little more from narrow patterns of thought and opens new levels of consciousness. As the master Omraam Mikhail Ivanhoff often said, we will always be faced with the same questions, understanding who we are, discovering and overcoming the obstacles that stand in our way. Humanity is now at a very important threshold. We are still under the influence of the last degrees of the Age of Pisces, which began over 2,160 years ago, but we are slowly entering a new era. The Age of Aquarius. The energy of this new age will push all human beings to walk towards one humanity, one family. It is inevitable. We must let go of the small self and embrace the philosophy of love and light, becoming one community, one family, one fraternity. And before I hand over to our presenter, here is how the master described our power. In isolation and egotism, we will never move mountains. Moving mountains means removing in ourselves and in the world the obstacles that oppose the coming of the kingdom of God. This is possible only if all spiritual people unite in faith and love to undertake a great work of light and peace. Then they will achieve much greater results, and the bond created among them will be more powerful. Over to you, Rolff.
Welcome. Thank you, Naika. Today, I'm going to give a brief presentation of the new coming age of Aquarius. Every 2,160 years, Mother Earth goes from one sign to the next. As a student of esoteric astrology, we are all aware of that we are still under the influence of Pisces. Pisces is a water sign. We're also facing the last degrees of Pisces, a water sign ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. Jupiter represents the energy of institutions, collectivity to a certain way by facing yourself towards others, going towards others. That's the energy of Jupiter. The energy of Jupiter also, it's an energy that brings institutions educations, looking for a better world, fighting for a better world. That was the energy of Jupiter. Also to discover a better world as well too. We've seen it with the energy of Jupiter under the influence of Pisces. Neptune, however, plays a different part. The energy of Neptune is an energy of love, of forgiveness, of giving up also your surrounding, giving up the world that you live in, trying to go to a world where you can be only spiritual. Only spirituality exists. It also can represent illusions. We have created illusions on spirituality. For example, we, not knowing the laws of the karma, not knowing that the fact that the laws of reincarnations has existed before, we as society, especially in the world of religions, we had the belief that we can only live one life. And after the life that we live, we're going to die, and whether we go to heaven or to hell. That was the influence of Neptune under the influence of Pisces. We received that influence, we're very religious, and now, since we are receiving, we are still under the influence, we're at the end of Pisces, now we start to receiving the energy of Aquarius. We're starting to see the changes in the world of science. And science is the new way of expressions. With the world of science, we're still the influence of Pisces. Since we are under that illusional world, we have said to ourselves, there's no such thing as the existence of the invisible world. There's no such thing as the existence of God. Those are the influence that we receive under the energy of Pisces. Not only that, with the energy of Pisces, what we have seen one group of people, a particular group of people in the planet have started to go and invade others, invades continents, invade countries, invades also people. And the nature of race have played a very important part. And then we have forced those people, what we called lower caste, lower people, less educated. We have compared certain humans to animals. We have done things in the age of Pisces, horrible things to other humans. And also horrible things to our own self as well too, to our own self-destructions. Pisces was a good moment as well too. There's not only negativity or negative things about the age of Pisces. The age of Pisces also brought understanding of the world, bringing the world together as one. We tried to bring the world together as one. However, as humans, since we have lived in so much ignorance of ourselves for so many centuries, for so many thousands of years, we have let our instinct take possession of ourselves. Since our instincts brings us closer to the animal kingdom, we have let the animal within us govern us. Instead of taking control of that animal kingdom, we have let the animal kingdom taking ourselves. We became like the animals. For example, since we are extremely territorial, we become like the lion. The lion within ourselves brings the need to take, to possess, and to rule, to destroy, my way or you died. That was the influence, of course, that we received from Pisces. Those energies that we received from Pisces brought some also, we've seen war, destructions, chaos. Millions of people have died through wars. And we've seen changes, positive changes. Those positive changes we've seen in institutions, we've seen school, universities, people from all over the world, from all walks of life, from anywhere in the world can have a good education today if we give them the opportunity, the proper opportunity. But we are not at that proper opportunity yet. We are not capable of controlling the population of the world. Controlling means by great knowledge, not by poisoning people or killing people. That's not controlling the world, that's destroying the world. Controlling the world means to know what type of soul that we can bring to this world, what type of soul that we can bring to this planet. It's very, very important. Of course, the women are the key. She's the one that will bring that change in the future, in the age of Aquarius. Pisces, the age of Pisces, under the influence of Jupiter, also under the influence of Neptune. Neptune is the planet of love, planet of self-sacrifice, planet that you want to live the world, go somewhere else, disconnect yourself with the world. Neptune also brings a lot of illusions, giving up the world, going somewhere else to live a life with the Father, live a life with the divine, not knowing that we have the two principle within ourselves, which is if God is masculine, there's also the feminine God. The feminine God has to deal with aspects of Mother Nature. We have disrespect in every areas, in every ways, the laws of nature, especially Mother Earth. Mother Earth, under the influence of Pisces, have suffered greatly, have suffered in every areas. As a matter of fact, the planet is suffering so much. What we'll see in the future, before we get into the world of Aquarius, we will see major changes, major catastrophe. People will die in every areas, in every land, in every continent. The nature will play a very important part to the new changes that will come for the age of Aquarius. Of course, Pisces also, you also have the opposite in astrology. What was facing Pisces is Virgo. Virgo is the ruler of Virgo is the energy of health, the energy of changes. We have seen a Virgo, the demand of Virgo also is the energy that brings you to be aware of the impurity that you are living in your surrounding. You are in this world, you are in this planet, you have to put yourself to work. By working, you have a responsibility, you have something to give back to your surrounding. Concerned with health, that's the reason why we have seen major discoveries in the world of science. And since the world of science have not understand and accept that the invisible world, the natural law, we have put the natural medicine aside as well too. We only see the health in one way. Both of good, nothing is wrong. This was given to humanity. Everything was given to humanity for a reason in the age of Pisces. In the age of Pisces, humanity have went through great changes, especially dealing with the world of race. Racism in every areas, in our way of thinking and our behavior came from our misunderstanding of who we are as humans. Since we are not aware that you as a human, you can incarnate in any bodies. You can incarnate in a body of any group, of any race, according to your behavior, some according to their own missions at the same time too. You can incarnate for a reason. There's no inferior or superior race. There's only the race of human. That's something that we will understand in the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius will bring that knowledge, will bring that understanding at first through the knowledge of the educations of the mother. The mother, she's in connections with Mother Earth. Women are much more in connections with Mother Earth because they give birth. Some are sold in order to come to this world, have to receive the energy of the father, but somebody has to carry that child in their womb, which is going to be a woman. The woman, she's in the middle. She's in the middle of two worlds. She's in the middle of the two world, which is the physical, the emotional, astral. Of course, we have to go with what we call the invisible world. She receiving the energy of the child through her, but she's in connection with the invisible and the physical at the same time. And there's a lot of changes that go in through her consciousness by bringing this child to this world. We will understand that, and then this will play a very important part in the first period of Aquarius through educations. Pisces was a time that we as humanity, we do not know who we really were. We do not know ourselves, because know thyself, we were not capable of putting the know thyself in practice. We as humans, we have identified ourselves with the physical body. The physical body is here for a reason. We need the physical body in order to live, in order to have a life in this planet. However, since we identify ourselves with the physical body, we have lost the knowledge given by the superior world, the knowledge of knowing that there's other bodies as well too. There's other world that we are in touch with. We are a channel. The more we open our mind, the more we open our perceptions of the world, the invisible world, we will receive the higher knowledge as well too. We were not ready as humanity. Only a few in the human race have received the higher knowledge. Only a few in the numbers of human beings. And today we are in the numbers of billions. Only a few can make the difference. In the age of Aquarius, it will be open for everyone, for every group of life, in every areas in our society. Know thyself means, since we were under the influence of personality of the person itself, since of that physical body played a very important part in the age of Aquarius. We needed that experience. We have give up the knowledge of the invisible world, the knowledge, especially what happened to you when you die. Where do we go after death? We have given up. Since we have identified with the physical body, with the physical plane, with the physical aspects of ourselves, since we have identified with that physical aspects, we have looked at ourselves thinking that we live in three ways. We live with the physical, with our emotions, we live with our intellect. Those as a reason to be there. The intellect, the emotions, the physical, as its own reason. We have to understand that. We have to accept that. It's normal, but it's only the lower self. We have a higher self, which have a higher body. The higher body, it's called the individuality, and the lower self with the higher body, the lower body, it's called the personality. We have a person, we have to express ourselves, we have to speak, we have to listen to others. We need the body to circulate, to live in the physical world, in everyday's life. We need that. It's reasonable, it's understandable, it's of course we need, but it's not it. It's not the end. It's only a reason. It should be at the service of the higher self. The higher self, since you have a mental body, you have to cross the mental body. The mental body brings you up to the causal body. We have a higher mental. The causal body is the body, the true knowledge, the true understanding, the true science, where esoteric science, knowledge of the universe is coming from, through the mental, which is the higher mental, the causal body. Not only the causal body, we have the body of love. The body of love is called the Buddhic body. We've heard Buddhic, we say the word Buddha, a Buddha, we say those words, not understanding the meaning of all that, what's behind all this. But the Buddhic body is the body of purest love, the highest level of love, the intelligence of the heart. When you are in that intelligence of the heart, the way you feel about your heart, the way you feel about yourself is totally different. You start to feel others. You start to understand others. You know the pain of other human beings, what they are going through, what they're facing at the same times. And you understand with your love, with your concentrations towards others, with the body of Buddhic body, you can also heal others as well too. At first, you will heal yourself first and others, and after that you can go towards others. Above all those bodies, you have the highest level of understanding. The highest level of consciousness that we can go through is called the atmic body. The atmic body is the highest level. For example, we know that the great spiritual teacher that came to this planet 2,000 years ago, who brought the energy of Pisces with him, incarnated the energy of Pisces, the true energy of life, love, who talks about the kingdom of God coming, was talking, also were capable of healing people. He received the highest form, the highest energy with the Buddhic, atmic, and also causal body. He was capable of using the three higher bodies, and then with the three higher bodies, he was able to heal, to change things, to do miracles, because he had energies capable of receiving those three worlds. But those three worlds, what we call the higher bodies, is the body of Christ. Christ's consciousness is coming from the higher bodies, not the lower bodies. Christ consciousness has to deal with the solar deity. The solar deity, anybody that reads the books of the great master, spiritual master, Omram Mikhail Ivanov, I suggest they study or read the book called The Splendor of Tiferet. It's a great book. There's great things about that book that describe you the true understanding of the solar deity. It's a great book. Of course, that solar entity took possessions of the body of a great master, Christ, Jesus, what we call Christ. Some call Jesus Yeshua. Jesus was an example for all humanity to follow in their own behavior, but we were not able to follow the behavior of Jesus. Are a regular man, which is born from a mother, a father, can receive such a high energy, such a high influence, and give up yourself completely, that Christ consciousness took possessions of you, so you can make miracles, you can change things, you can do things. Yes, Jesus was a great teacher, a great spiritual master, and of course, it's not through esoteric science, it's all known where Jesus is coming from. We all know the work that one person have done to receive the true energy of Christ. This will be known, this will be discovered in the Age of Aquarius. The Age of Aquarius will be a very different parts, different things is going to happen. Of course, the influence of Neptune, influence of Jupiter, upright great positivities to humanity. We've seen educations today in every walk of life, in every areas of life, you see great changes. We're capable of communicating with each other. We're capable of traveling to a different world, but also some have done with the energy of Aquarius have destroyed other human beings as well too. Those human beings have paid a great price for us to be where we are today. We have to acknowledge what we have done to others. We have stepped over them in order to have accomplishment in the physical plane. The physical plane, it's only there for a moment, but we are here for a reason. We have to bring beauty. That's the missions of humanity. We have to bring beauty to the physical plane. If we cannot bring beauty to the physical plane, Mother Nature itself will force us to understand that we have to respect her. She's not here for us to destroy her. She's not here to carry our misbehavior all the time. One day, she will, of course, she will respond. It's going to be very, very difficult for humanity in the near future for what we have done to the planet. And not knowing ourselves, not knowing what we are going through, not knowing the fact that we are dealing with different worlds, the different entities, some entities that exist in the universe. They don't care, especially in our solar system, the lower entities, they don't care about humanity. They want us to follow their behavior. They want us as human to be like them, to act like them, to destroy, to give anything, any act of love, to become the enemy of what we call love. So we can become the enemy of our own kind, which is humankind, mankind, not black race, white, not yellow, not red. No, we are humans. We belong to the human family. That's the things that's going to happen. Those changes will come in the Age of Aquarius. It will come in a way that will surprise humanity, will surprise everyone. Things that we will see, things that we will witness. We will witness changes that we can never in our lifetime have comprehend those changes. Those changes will come so quick because of the influence, of course, of Uranus. Aquarius is under the influence of Saturn and Uranus. Those are the two rulers of Aquarius. Saturn is the planet of karma. The planet of karma, planet of obligations, planet that demand that you go to a deep cleanse within yourself. It demands that you go deep within yourself, be responsible in the world that we live in here. Be responsible in your daily life. Be responsible towards others. It's an obligation. That is the energy of Saturn. Also, structure. We need to structure ourselves. We need to structure humanity in a different way, not the old ways. We have to let go the old ways of thinking, embracing the new ways of thinking. So Saturn is preparing the way for Uranus to bring the new way of thinking for humanity. So since we are capable, we will have a better understanding of ourselves. Saturn, of course, will bring that change. At first, we will have to go through a great cleanse. This cleanse will bring great changes to humanity. This cleanse that we have to go through, it's going to be really important. How are you going to go to a new house, to a new place, without getting rid of the old stuff? Whole furniture that we have, for example. You cannot carry those things to the new house. You have to get rid of them. You have to let go. You have to do something different. You have to bring new things to the new house. There's new things and new behaviors, new way of thinking, new way of doing things to others, towards others. This will play a very important part in the Age of Aquarius. We will let go the old, receiving the new. And then we will speak a language, a different language in the world of science. We will know before we do anything in the world of science that we have to be in accordance to the laws of the universe. We have to respect the laws of the universe. Because of the energy of Aquarius, we will be able to tap and go into the world of course, to the energy of the causal plane. The causal body plays a very important part in terms of the world of science. Great genius, for example, they made their discovery because they were capable of going to the world of the causal body. They were capable of receiving the energy of the causal body. The causal body is very important. And then we need, as humanity, as a whole, as a group, to get access, not only one genius or two genius, but we all have to become genius in our own way so we can get access to that causal plane, so we can know and learn the laws of karma, especially what we do to others. Thank you, Naika. This is the first presentation of the Age of Aquarius. we will continue.
Thank you, Rolff. This was a very unique and captivating discussion on what is to come for our humanity. Make sure you visit www.ombram.world, which is the website of the Fraternal Forum, and www.prosveta.world for any books mentioned by Rolff. We will be back shortly.
Om Times TV. Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. Om Times Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Om Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Om Times magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on Om Times TV and broadcasting it across the extensive Om Times radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. Om Times. Open yourself to the possibilities.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Thank you, Naika. Now we shall continue with the second presentation of our brief presentation of the Age of Aquarius. We've talked about changes in every areas. We have given brief presentations of the Age of Pisces, what happened in Pisces. We also have talked about the changes that's going to happen in the future. The changes that's going to happen in the future will be tremendous as well too. Some changes going to be extremely positive. Some changes is going to be tough to accept as humanity because it will bring great suffering, and we will see certain things that will go away. In order to get rid of those old behaviors that we actually have, those old patterns that we carry from the past, from hundreds of years of living and hundreds of years of behavings in this planet, and thousands of years as well too. We will learn, we will know that also under the Age of Aquarius, that the civilization that we have today is not the only civilization that's existed before. We will know about other civilization that has existed. For example, in the past, we have lived in great civilizations were as advanced, even more advanced, and versus the one that we actually are here today. Because today we have not reached our limit. We have not reached our possibilities yet. We have not reached the highest possibility yet. We will reach that in the future. We'll start to reach it in the Age of Aquarius. But in the past, there were other civilizations that were able to do things. They had science that we today we are not aware of because we have lost those capacities. We have lost those capacities. One of the main reasons we have lost those capacities with what we have done to our behaviors. For example, we have lived through the laws of reincarnations. We've been through those civilizations as well too. Some heard about ancient Lemuria, ancient Atlantis. Things were different. At that moment, at that time, humanity was totally different. The expressions of humanity was different. Also, the knowledge of humanity was different as well too. Our behavior, our perceptions of the physical world was totally not the same as today. For example, in the past, it was impossible for a human being to say that there is no such existence of the invisible world. It's only in today's behavior, in our today's perceptions, that we can say that. For example, in ancient Lemurians, they had great science. They were very advanced scientifically. What we have seen, the result of the Great Pyramids, it's only some brief, small leftovers of what we called ancient Atlantis. In ancient Atlantis, they were capable of using the energy of what you call the etheric plane, the energy of the etheric plane. They were capable of traveling into space. They were able to do things. We will be able to do all those things in the upcoming new age as well too. We'll have new discoveries in the world of science. However, since humanity at that time was extremely personal and wanted to conquer and destroy for personal gain, we've seen ancient Atlantis have gone underwater. This might happen to certain areas of the planet. This will happen today again. One thing we have to be aware of in the Age of Aquarius, upcoming Age of Aquarius, before things happens, one thing we have to be aware of, one thing we have to accept, it's what we have done to the animal kingdom. The way we have destroyed our little brothers, the animal, the way we have killed them, and what we have done with the world of blood. One thing we have to understand, human blood is special fluid. There's something very special about human blood. We are very different from the animal kingdom. We act as animal, but we are different than animals. We also have to understand we have a higher self. With the higher self, we have the energy, the blood of Christ are flowing through us as well too. It is really important to understand that. In the Age of Aquarius, this knowledge will come back to humanity. We will understand this knowledge. In the Age of Aquarius, before the Age of Aquarius, of course, happened, we will see war and catastrophe, especially dealing with the world of blood. The world of blood has very, very bad influence in our life. We shed blood, we kill the animals for no reason. The will of blood, those blood get certain entities that lives underground. They need that energy of blood for them to survive. And then themselves, they will push humanity to destroy themselves to the highest level. To the highest level, things that we have never seen before. Because those entities will go and take possessions of some of the leaders of the world. And what they will do, it's going to be unbelievable. That's going to be catastrophic. We will see the earth will shake. Mother Earth will shake. We will see blood everywhere at a certain period of time before we get into the Age of Aquarius. Great destruction will come. Unfortunately, it seems to be sad news, but behind those news, those bad news, good things are coming along the way as well, because things we'll be able to discover in the Age of Aquarius will be totally different. Things we will know as well about ourselves. One thing we will know, since we will connect ourselves to the higher self, the invisible world, the invisible knowledge will open to us. We will have vision. We will be able to see further in the future. We will be able to understand as well that we are not alone. We are not alone. There's other human beings that, like us, that have evolved as well. They have evolved in a good way. They have done good things, and now they are the true servers of Christ consciousness. They still belong, they're still with us. They are what we call our elder brothers. Those elder brothers, what we call in the Himalayas, they live in the Himalayas, they have access, their world is access with the etheric plane, what we call Shambhala, the world of Shambhala. The administrations of the planet goes through Shambhala. There are the true sacrifier. They are the true workers of Christ. And they are the one that maintaining the secret fire for the planet, the secret fire for the whole planet, the secret fire in the heart chakra for whole humanity, because they are governing the planet through the directions of Christ. And of course, the directions of Christ, but there's great other entities that also are in the solar system that are participating in this major change, especially the influence of the Archangel Michael. The Archangel Michael, some call it the Archangel Michael. The Archangel Michael is the one that will bring that knowledge, that understanding for humanity. And Archangel Michael will make sure that we are capable of facing those lower entities, and we're capable of facing them and saying no to them, because it will bring the knowledge of the know thyself, know who you are, facing yourself. Know thyself is really important. There's a book of the Master Amram Mikhail Ivanov that comes to my mind as well that talks about the know thyself. There's 2 volumes of Know Thyself that also recommend for anybody that wants to continue furthering this conversations to read the book Know Thyself from the Master Amram Mikhail Ivanov. Yes, the Archangel Michael is the one that will bring the change. Those entities, known not only as what we call the Luciferic being, there's not only the Luciferic beings, there's other beings that exist as well too. Those entities also known as what we called in esoteric science, the Luciferic beings and the Ahrimanic beings. The Ahrimanic beings plays a different part. The Ahrimanic beings bring us to the world of science, the world of intellect. You are in the intellect. You only think in your mind. There is no such thing as the existence of God. You don't have a family. The world is just there for you to take because you have one life to live. That's the inference we receive from the Ahrimanic being. That's the reason why we can talk the way we are talking today. But in the age of Aquarius, these things will be quite common knowledge for everybody in every walk of life, which is very positive. In the age of Aquarius also, since we are aware that those beings that exist in the Himalayas, they are what we call our elders. They're there to give us, to bring us, to help us, to go to the next level. They will do everything in their power to bring us and to make us go into the next level. Everything in their power. They will protect us against the negative influence as well too. They play a very important part. They have their own saying as well too, because they are receiving the energy of Christ. Also, they're also under the influence of the great Archangel Michael and other angels that exist as well in our solar system. Those beings in the Himalayas, what we call Shambhala, they are the true ruler of the planet. We will know about them. We will be able to communicate with them, communicating through telepathy, with the brain, with the higher consciousness. Telepathically, we will be able to communicate with those beings. We will receive their informations, because we will get access to the higher self, to the higher knowledge as well in the age of Aquarius. Not only that, it will not stop there. We will see things totally different. We will see a world where everyone will be free. We will see where criminals will not be able to behave like they used to be. They will not behave the same way, because we will have access to our inner self, and the inner self will see if someone has bad influence, and we will know the science of the world of entities. We will see if someone has bad influence, bad intentions, is because we will see the aura of the person. There will be some humans will go to the next level and their third eye will open. They will be able to see things in the invisible world. And since they will see things in the invisible world, they'll see the lower planes, and they will, of course, they'll be able to teach us as well by their discoveries, and science will study them. Science will embrace that world of thinking because of the influence of Aquarius. Aquarius brings spiritual science, and of course the influence of the planet, no longer the old planet, but it's Uranus. Uranus, it's a planet that brings fast connections, what we call fast internet. That's fast connection, but this time around with our own self, with our higher self. With the higher self, we will be able to tap collective consciousness, and then we will see it in the physical behavior of every human beings in the planet. Every areas, in every walk of life, we will see that change. It's going to be positive. We shall not say everything is negative. It's going to be positive. Things are positive. What's coming is good for humanity. However, the sad news is simple. The numbers of humans, great numbers of humans will not be able to stay in this world. They have to go somewhere else and come back. Of course, when they'll be ready to come back to possess a new physical body, through wars and catastrophe, through earthquakes, through all those what's coming, those catastrophes, because of our bad behaviors, good portions, major portions of humanity will die. It is very sad news. It is a sad news to talk about this, but here we have to see it in a perspective of better for the world. Because at the end of the line, as humans, we have to understand that we only die in the physical. Not only we die in the physical, but we go to other planes when we die as well. The Age of Aquarius will bring that knowledge that when you die, you live the physical body. But also, you have other bodies. You have to travel in those other bodies as well too. You have to let go not only the physical, but at a certain period of time, you let go the etheric body. After a certain period of time in the etheric body only, you go in the astral plane. The astral plane, when you're on the astral plane, you have to face the consequences. You have to see things that you've done to other humans. That knowledge will come back to humanity. Then you let go the astral planes, you go to the higher, to the mental, you go to the lower mental, you go to the higher mental. Some humans, like certain masters, spiritual teachers, spiritual gurus, spiritual guides, when they go out of their bodies, they go with full consciousness. They don't have to go to the things that we go as the regular human beings, go into the astrals, see yourself, see your past, things you've done, the bad deeds that you've done. You go and you suffer, and you go to the world of suffering, and by suffering means take away the imperfect, take away the impurity within yourself, that you can elevate yourself to the higher world. But those beings are so pure, they go directly, some of them will go directly, like I said before, they go back to Shambhala. Yes, they go back to Shambhala. We will learn about the Shambhala. We will learn about all these things. Also, those higher human beings that attain higher consciousness, in esoteric science, we call them Ishims. The Ishims are the ones that governing the earth. They belongs to the Himalayas. They belongs to Shambhala. They are the humans, angel human. They are at the level of angels, but they stay as human to help us. They are angels. They don't do bad things. They don't do bad deeds. They don't have any karma. They are totally pure, and they have finished their evolution, their evolutions in this planet. That will come. We will know that understanding. We'll understand it in a better way. This is only brief presentations of all this. Brief presentation. But what we will see in institutions as well is going to be totally different. Educations will be different. We will speak a language of collectivity. We will speak of language of the group. Me, my creativity, my own creativity, we will be able to bring it to others. We will be able to work with one another. We will see things in a different eyes. And that eye is going to also be available in the third eye. For every human, it's not going to be your race, your color. It's going to be your qualities, your virtues, your work within yourself as you are as a human being that will make the change. That will make the change. That will make the change, because we're going to speak one language, the language of human race, the language of humanity. There will be no more white, black, yellow, red. There will be no more things. There will be the human race. That is going to be the greatest gift that we will receive from getting access to the Christ consciousness, getting access to the solar deity, getting access to all these things is going to be very, very good, especially dealing with our emotional world, traumatic world. The world of emotions belongs to the lower astral plane. Also recommend that someone who wants to further their studies also in that areas of knowing the emotional world, the certain things that exist in the moon energy. What's the moon represent? We will know those things. We will understand those things. Especially if you, I recommend anybody to read a great book, again, from the Master Omraam Mikhail Ivanov, the great Master Omraam Mikhail Ivanov, called The Mystery of Yesod. The Mystery of Yesod brings great knowledge, great understanding of course, what we call the energy of the moon, the astral body, the astral pain, what we go through, especially what we do to others, especially things that we receive, those bad influence from those forces. We will understand them. We will face them, not with fear, but with knowledge. Knowledge will be the key. Knowledge that brings wisdom. And we'll have three things we will work with. We'll work with wisdom, we'll work with love, and we'll work with truth in the physical matter. In the physical plane, there will always going to be those three aspects that we will act in our accordance to the law. Love, wisdom, and truth. Those are the three things that we will bring together in the Age of Aquarius. And then, to understand, there will be three different periods of time in the Age of Aquarius. Those three different times going to bring three different levels of consciousness through humanity. Each period, each different times will bring three periods. There will be three periods of 720 years each. That gives you a total of 2,160 years. 2,160 years. Those 2,160 years going through the Age of Aquarius will bring tremendous changes to humanity. And then we will have a language, a new language, what we call the people. It's going to be the beginning, a new beginning of the people of the sixth race. That's what the race of human. No longer human, animals. No longer animal. No longer a lion, no longer a thief, no longer a hyena. The energy of those animals, we will be able to use them for our own goods. We will put them to work because we will govern and control them through the physical body, because we in the physical body will open the doors to our chakras to open, and then to let the influence of the Aquarius age, the influence of the positiveness of the zodiac, the influence of the Christ energy descend through the chakras in the physical body. And then we will act according to our higher self, step by step, not at once. The higher self means the individuality. The individuality, we will be able to identify ourselves not with the physical, with the individuality. So that individuality will say, I have Christ within me. I do things because there's this energy within me that makes me do those beautiful things. Positive things is the energy of Christ, the energy of Christ consciousness. Yes, this is going to be the new language of Aquarius. In Aquarius, we'll see, we will have a system of governing. The system of governing, because of the influence of Saturn, will bring equality for everyone. So you will be able to travel and go everywhere. We will see ourselves as a family. It's going to start slowly with certain group of people. It's going to start slowly with certain group of people that are studying or experience collectivity, but it's going to go further, and it's going to grow and grow and grow and grow till certain portions of humanity will be able to receive the influence. That portions of humanity will bring the major change. That portion of humanity will be a certain parts of the world will bring those major change. Certain areas of the world will be different, and certain parts of the world also will no longer have the same face as the way it is today. Certain nations, certain group will no longer exist anymore, unfortunately. But there will still be people, there will be people in every walk of life, in every areas. There are still going to be people that will live in a different life, because the intelligence of the heart will be the language. We will speak the language of the intelligence of the heart, with the heart chakra. The heart chakra will vibrate totally different in the age of Aquarius, because we will receive the knowledge, the understanding of elder brothers, the knowledge of those beings that exist. They will give us that gift, and we will know how to use and utilize those positive energies for the age of Aquarius. It's going to be very positive. Thank you very much for the presentations. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you very much to all. And thank you, Naika. Thank you to all the group. Thank you for that, giving me the opportunity for that presentation.
Thank you, Rolff, for this inspiring talk on the dawn of a new age. As we stand between the fading tides of Pisces and the rising light of Aquarius, may we remember that the new world begins within each of us. The age of Aquarius is not just about stars and symbols. It is about awakening love, fraternity, and consciousness in daily life. The Master reminded us that true power comes through unity, when all seekers join their hearts and hands in the service of light. If you've enjoyed this episode, stay tuned for what is to come in the next 2 weeks, discovering simple yet powerful methods for more conscious living and spiritual connection with Michael. See you in 2 weeks. Stay safe and stay connected.